It's the North American Bandline Canadian Strength Athlete Series. Good day, everyone, from beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm Steve Besner, and alongside me is professional strength coach, Super Sam Dubé.
Steve, it's wonderful being here with you today in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We've got the 9 top strongest men in Western Canada vying for the title of Western Canada's strongest man.
Okay, let's start with the lineup. We have Cowboy Rob Kmet.
Rob Kmet is a professional wrestler. He also plays bass guitar. We're going to see some really colorful antics from this man.
And there's Gino Castonguay.
Gino's a native of Quebec. He's come down here to compete at the Westerns. He's a new Manitoban.
And we have Ryan Espy.
Ryan Espy is an international arm wrestling champion. Very big man. Watch for some great performances.
Next up, Scott Cummins.
Scott Cummins, only 20, but he's a veteran. He's gained about 40 pounds of muscle since last year. Really took his training seriously.
Also in the lineup, Darren Cleve.
Darren is the pride of Central Butte. He's a farmer, and he's a veteran of this contest as well.
Next up is Travis Bloomer.
Travis is a newcomer to the strength athlete scene here in Manitoba. Let's see what he has.
Also competing is Darren Melling.
He's a big question mark, but he's thick as a brick and looks extremely strong.
Next up is Brad Provic.
Brad Provic, also a veteran known for the strength of his back and arms. I think he's going to place really high here.
And finally, we have Jeffrey Dolan.
He's the man, 2-time Western champ, defending champ, came in 10th at the World's Strongest Man last year.
And our referee is special guest, Hugo Girard.
5-time Canadian champ, 2-time North American champ, and 2002 World Super Series champion.
Hope the boys here in the West are ready to rumble, because it's going to be a Wild West showdown here. I don't care what these guys think they've done in the past before. I've got the title. They got to come and get it.
If you are not coming with the full force of everything that you've put into your training, you're going down to the power of the Warriors.
Look out, because the bus is going to run over you next.
And our first event of the day is the harness truck pull.
That's right, Steve. The harness truck pull, a classic strongman event. They've got 90 seconds to pull a 42,000-pound North American van life tractor trailer 25 meters.
Up first is Gino Castonguay.
Gino's a Quebec native. He moved here recently to Manitoba with his wife, who's a school teacher, I believe.
How does he get that thing started?
That's a very good question, Steve. It's extremely difficult to get it started. They have to bend way over, keep the center of gravity low, pull with the arms, the lats, push with the quads and the calves, take little steps, and get that truck moving.
Look at those legs working.
He's a tall, lean athlete. He can still add some body weight. He's only been training for a couple of years on strongman events. Look at him go.
I guess once you build up the momentum, it gets a bit easier.
It gets a bit easier if you can keep it moving. That's the key here. He's doing really well, Steve.
He's working hard.
Crowd very enthusiastic here today. Notice how he's timing his hands with his feet.
It's amazing the strength that this takes.
Now the bumper has to cross the finish line here. He's got a pretty good time. Let's see.
Jeez. 48.78 seconds.
That's fantastic. As I mentioned, body weight does help in this event.
I guess you need a little rest and a massage after.
Well, sometimes these guys suck back oxygen.
Okay, our next contestant.
Jeffrey Dolan, 2-time Western champ, came in 10th in the world in 2003. This is one of the world's best strength athletes.
Are you ready?
Here's Jeffrey Dolan.
Take a look at his setup here. Really low center of gravity. He's already up on his toes.
Oh, look at that initial effort.
This is where it's really important to take little steps, push really hard, and pull at the same time using the strength of the hands, biceps, and lats.
And he is working those legs.
Notice how low his hips are.
Look, he's got a momentum building, this guy.
The more he can lean forward, the more he can use his body weight and the strength of his quads, the better he's going to pull.
Wow, he's doing well.
Well, the crowd knows Jeffrey here, perennial champion. He's trying to three-peat today.
It's the finish line.
Here he comes. It's going to be a great time.
Let's see what it is. 37.47 seconds.
Wow, this former track athlete knocked 10 seconds off Gino's time.
Here's the replay.
Take a look at his technique here. Hips really low, taking small steps, using the strength of his calves, his quads, his strong arms, and his hips. Look at that. 37.47 seconds. Do you think anyone is going to break that record today?
I don't know. I was hoping sub 35. Some big boys here. Everyone's catching on, know what they're doing, so I had to lay it all out.
Well, let's see if our next contestant can beat that great time. We've got Ryan Espy up now.
He's the massive arm wrestling champion. He's new to the sport of strongman. He's a big man. Look at the strength of his arms here.
You can see that he's standing up a little taller than Jeffrey did.
Very good, Steve. You're learning. I'm telling you right now, you're absolutely right. His hips are a little high, but he's using his body weight. He's got to lean into it a little bit more. Taking small steps. Now it's coming.
I guess he's got building up a good momentum.
That's exactly what the competitors want to do. Get the truck moving as quickly as possible and then keep it moving.
Wow, you can see he's moving hard, he's working hard.
These athletes are hitting a wall at about 15 meters or so.
Look at that face grimace.
Pulling hard, he's trying to capitalize on the strength of his arms.
That's quite a truck that he's pulling.
42,000 pounds.
And we've reached the finish line.
Good time.
Good job, Ryan.
All right, 44.06 seconds.
I don't think he's pulled many trucks. Good time, though.
And here's Scott Cummins.
Scott Cummins, the youngest man at the contest, only 20 years of age. He was quite impressive last year. We saw him flipping the Chevette last year.
He looks like he's having a tough go to get started here.
He is definitely, Steve. He needs to... There he goes. He's got it going.
Well, the fans are cheering him on. He looks like he's doing better now.
Sometimes footwear is a factor here. You want your footwear to be sufficiently tight so that your shoes don't fall off and slip around. It has happened in a contest where shoes have come off. Now look at him go here.
I guess you wouldn't want to have to tie your shoes in the middle of the truck pole.
No, you let them go and you keep going. Now look at him go. He's taking long strides. He's gained a lot of weight since last year. He's a young man. He's still maturing.
Oh, you can see that struggle in his face.
He wants to finish this event.
Oh, he's got to the finish line. There it is.
Wow, what an effort. Look at that. Completely winded.
Good job, buddy.
He worked hard. There it is, 44.75 seconds.
Very respectable time. I'm impressed by Scott Cummins.
He's happy with his performance. Here's Brad Provic.
The bus, Brad Provic. Brad is strong all over, and he is intense. This guy can endure pain. He's got long arms and legs. His build is very much reminiscent of that of Jason Paulin of Quebec.
Looks like he means business, this guy.
He's pulled a lot of buses in his time.
Got the baseball cap on backwards, and he's working. He's building up a good momentum.
Nice technique here, as I mentioned before. Very strong in his grip, his arms, his back. He's an excellent deadlifter. Strong in the legs as well. Excellent squatter. Very well-rounded strength athlete.
It looks like he's using all of his muscles together.
Well, he's got supporters here today as well. I believe his mom is in the audience. I said hello to her earlier today.
Wow.
Doing fantastic.
And he's approaching the finish line. He's getting there.
Weighs in about 300 pounds.
Let's see the time, 44.28.
Good job, Brad. Good job, buddy.
And here's the replay.
Now watch his technique here. Enormous forearms, enormously strong in the arms, capitalizing on that technique, keeping himself low, using his size and his strength. Tell us a little bit about the feeling of that pull. He got off to a bit of a rough start there, but once you got it moving, it was moving well.
Yeah, the start surprised me. It was really hard, and then once you got it rolling, went good. So the bus does another toe job for everybody.
So Jeff Dolan wins the harness truck pull with a great time of 37.47 seconds. He's followed by Espy, Provic, Cummins, Castonguay, and Bloomer. Don't touch that dial. The Canadian Strength Athlete Series continues on TSN.
What I love about strongman competition, I like the camaraderie. You know, the guys are all good. You know, you can see a guy, he's probably going to beat you, but you're out there cheering for them because these are such extreme events. These are such extreme feats of just craziness. You know, the potential for injury is there so great. Nobody wants to get injured. Nobody wants to see that. So we're all together for each other, you know? And plus, it's the personal challenge to me. I mean, how many people can put 700 pounds on their back and walk around with it? I like to challenge myself that way. That's how I feel alive. I mean, normal life just isn't for me, man.
We move to event number 2, the Hercules hold. Sammy.
Not only Hercules, but Zeus would love this event, an isometric hold concentrating on the strength of the hands. 300 pounds in each hand to be exact.
Well, we have our face painter, first contestant, Rob Comet.
Reminiscent of the Ultimate Warrior in wrestling.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Now remember, it's concentrated 300 pounds in each hand. No wrist straps allowed. Wrist wraps are allowed to reinforce the wrist stability, but it's all grip here. The force is being transferred throughout the body, specifically the shoulders and upper back.
20 seconds.
So I guess when he lets go, it's done.
Let's cheer him on a bit.
Really hard to hang on here, Steve. They've got to go to their happy place, as Steve the Model Bourgeois would say. He's got to be stable, can't move around.
Every second counts.
Looks like you can separate a shoulder in this competition.
Very easily, very easily. You're feeling your fingers uncurl here. Look at that.
Wow. What an effort. 40.15 seconds. How's that?
Great time, Steve.
Time there.
Great time for Rob.
We have our next contestant, Darren Cleve.
Darren Cleve, as I mentioned before, from Central
Let's hear
Butte.
it for Darren
Real
Cleve.
class act.
Darren
A
Cleve.
true gentleman in this sport.
Look at that power and concentration.
He weighs in at about 330 pounds.
Looks like he's relatively calm.
He's hanging on for dear life.
He's
ladies
doing the
and
right
gentlemen.
thing
Let's hear
here.
it for Darren. Come on.
Putting himself in that other place, squeezing tight with his hands, not moving around.
Share his pain.
He's in the zone.
As I mentioned before, this is an isometric event, no motion.
Now you can see the strain, the tension on his face.
He's closing on 35 seconds there. He's getting close to Rob's time. Wow, this is extremely painful, Steve.
Oh, he is working hard. Come on, hold on, come on.
Wow, the crowd is just gripping their seats here.
Oh, there it is. 47.37 seconds.
New leader. Darren's going to be happy here. Take a look at this. You'll notice the non-dominant hand tends to uncurl first, though that, in his case, is his left hand.
What a great effort. Okay, we have our next contestant, Darren Melling, is up.
As I mentioned before, a bit of a wild card here. He looks extremely strong, very, very massive throughout his body.
Again, you can see the power and concentration on his face. He's thinking about nothing but this right now.
Darren's wife is a provincial and possibly now national level fitness competitor.
He's in the zone too.
I guess she helps him out with his training.
They do train together.
Maybe he helps her.
He can hear you.
I'm sure it's mutual.
Oh, he's working hard. He's right there.
She helps him with the backflips. Okay, so he's squeezing hard here. Look at the mass in his calves and forearms.
Oh, he's struggling. Let's see what kind of time he came up with. 41.78, not bad.
He's happy. I think this is one of the first times he's actually tried this event.
Next up is Gino Castonguay.
Gino, Quebec native, comes from a long line of strength athletes in Quebec.
Looks like he's got that breathing down, Pat.
They can use rhythmic breathing to maintain their focus in these types of events.
And he is concentrating.
So you wonder what's going through their minds when they do this.
Let's see, split time 20 seconds, 21. He's doing pretty well.
He's got a lot longer to go in order to beat the current leader.
Doesn't look like he's struggling too much yet.
It's in their best interest not to move around, not to shake, not to fidget. He's doing very well here. Notice the arm span, how long his arms and legs are. He's a fairly tall athlete.
He's looking pretty comfortable. Let's wait for another split time coming.
His wife is here cheering him on in the audience. He's doing really well here.
Wow, let's 51.13 seconds.
Beautiful, new leader.
I try to focus on something else than just the grip. And normally it's one of my good events, but after the truck pull, my forearms are already pretty sore, so I did my best. That's it.
And next is Brad Provic. Can he beat the great time put up by Gino Castonguay?
Brad is known for his ferocious arm and hand strength. If anyone can do it, Brad can.
Looks like he's turned his cap around. He's now facing forward. Maybe depends on the event.
Hey, that's absolutely true, Steve. Some of these guys have some little rituals, and in sports performance, rituals can really help you cue into your event.
Yeah, he's working hard. He's looking good.
Let's hear it for the bus. Winnipeg.
He's in the zone.
Look at the thickness of his forearms as well.
And here's the time. He's done 31 seconds. Pretty solid.
Really well here. Squeezing hard.
He's hanging on.
He's a right-hander, I believe.
He's holding on well.
Got a lot of supporters here today. Look at that. Look at the strain.
Oh, man, he's struggling. Oh. Look at, oh, good effort, 48.60.
Almost, but not quite. Very, very good time.
Here's the replay.
Now you can see his right hand uncurling first. Maybe I was wrong, maybe he's left-handed, but still put a tremendous effort. He gave 110% to this event right here.
Good effort. Okay, we're on to our next contestant, and we have Travis Bloomer.
Travis Bloomer does not have a lot of contest experience. He's been doing really well, putting in a lot of effort. This is great experience for him here today.
Seems to have his legs spread out pretty wide.
You want a strong base, Steve. You don't want to be moving around, fidgeting around. You'll notice that some of the competitors turn their hands down, some of them turn them so that the palms are facing out toward the audience. You rarely see competitors turning their hands up.
Let's hear for him.
He's looking good so far.
Let's help him out here.
Sitting back a little bit, maintaining good position. Travis is a large man, looks very confident.
He really looks calm, eh?
Remember, it's 300 pounds in each hand.
Wow,
that's what it works out to.
There it is. Let's see the time. 47.41, not too bad.
Great time. Very impressive for Travis.
I think he's pretty happy with that one. Here we go, Jeffrey Dolan.
Here's the man. Now, Jeffrey Dolan has had rotator cuff surgery on his right shoulder.
Well, I wouldn't want to do this after rotator cuff surgery.
That was a long time ago. He seems to be struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, he does look like he's making a big effort in the early going.
But he's holding out well. He's a real trooper, and he wants to keep that title.
There's a lot of intensity in that face.
Provic is chasing him. We've got Mailing in there. We've got Darren Cleve. We've got really the best Westerns I've ever attended this year.
He's working it.
Come on, Winnipeg. Let's hear it for Jeff.
Wow. What an
Wow,
effort.
36 seconds.
Look at that. He's really straining.
Oh, man, he's working so hard. There it is. I don't think it's going to be a great time. 42.10.
It's a good time, but it's not what he expected.
So for the Hercules Hall, the surprise winner, Caston Game, with 51.13 seconds, followed by Provic, Bloomer, Cleve, Dolan, and Melling.
And after two events, Brad Provic is in the lead with 15 points, followed by defending champ Dolan, Castonguay, Bloomer, Espy, and Cummin.
Stay tuned for the third event on the Canadian Strength Athlete Series here on TSN.
West is wild as usual, so we'll be in here for a good fight.
I've always been interested in strength training and weights and so forth, and this was just a natural tendency for me to come and compete.
And competing he is as we go to the third event, the log lift.
The log lift, another classic event in strongman competition here. They've got a 265-pound log. They've got to put overhead from the ground as many times as they can in a 75-second time limit.
And we have our first contestant, Ryan Espy.
Now, Ryan is extremely strong in the shoulders and arms. This comes from his arm wrestling. Watch the technique here. They have to pull the log to their shoulders in kind of a half clean, half reverse curl style.
Now you got that first one up pretty good.
And get it up overhead using a push press or a strict press. Using the push press style here.
Okay, he's got two.
He's got to go to full lockout before he gets the down signal from head referee Hugo Girard.
And you can see the grimace in his face gets a little stronger each time up.
Now this is very difficult to lift because it's not on a bar. The weight is forward, pulls you forward. It's a 12-inch bar.
That's pretty good. That's 3 lifts.
30 centimeters in diameter, parallel grip, much more difficult to put overhead than a bar.
He's really taking some time before this fourth one.
As I mentioned before, many of these men are capable of a 400-pound or more military press or push press on a bar.
Looks like he's going to make another... Oh, couldn't do it. Wow. But he's got some time left to try again.
He's got about 10 seconds left now.
Still got time. Let's hear from
I guess that's it. I guess that's it. But it's still a pretty good showing. 3 lifts.
Coming, followed by Rob Komet on deck with Darren Mailing in the
Very
hole.
cumbersome implement.
And here's our next contestant, Darren Mailing.
Now, with Darren's build, he's going to be good at these more powerlifting-oriented events. Now, remember, Steve, he's putting overhead the weight of a fully loaded refrigerator.
Wow. Don't try that at home with your own fridge.
Yeah, you're liable to spill your milk.
He's getting him up pretty good. He's not struggling too much yet.
Doing very well, very conservative. Notice how he keeps the log very close to his body. Squats right down, pulls it to his shoulders, nice, clean, and very conservative, press. Very nicely done.
Looks like he's in a great rhythm.
I'm very impressed with Darren Mailing here. He's extraordinarily strong.
That's 3 so far.
Now watch, a little bit of a knee dip here. Drives it up. Mostly tricep and shoulder power. Got to lock it out.
Oh, a little stumbling there.
Got to be careful.
Looks like he held it long enough. That's 4.
Starting to hit the wall here. You can tell he shook his head.
He's in the lead.
He's the man to beat right now, but he wants to get more reps because he knows Provic is up and Dolan is up and Castonguay is up. And
Looks like he's making one last push. Let's see if he can do it. Not to be. But still 4 reps, and he's
still hanging on.
He's still got some time. He wants to give it another shot, but I don't think so.
Well, let's wish him well here. Watch this. Almost.
He tried 4 reps. That's very good, though.
Fantastic effort by newcomer Darren Mailing. What were you thinking after you got the 3?
Well, so I had to do at least 1 more, but, you know, just Mr. Dolan's up next, so we got to give him a rough time. You can't give it to him here, so.
Well, you got 4, and after you got 4, notice that the clean took a lot out of you.
Yeah, once I got up to my chest, it's like cut me off with the air, so couldn't get it, but there's always next year.
That's the attitude you want to see.
And actually, that's quite common with the larger men to have trouble breathing with some of these implements.
Let's take a look at Darren Cleave.
Now, Darren is very strong in the shoulders. Look at that. Good job, Darren. Now, he's lightly wrapped his elbows just to give him a little bit more, shall we say, security. Those elbow wraps really don't do a lot in terms of spring.
I guess it just keeps his elbows in their sockets.
Well, keeps them warm, keeps them tight, gives them a little bit of proprioception in that area. Nice technique here.
He's looking good. He's working hard.
Nice lockout. Has no trouble locking it out. As I mentioned before, Darren weighing in about 330. Comes from Central Butte. That's the middle butte of 3 in Saskatchewan.
Here it is. Good. It looks like he has a good technique and knows what he's doing up there.
Beautiful. He's quite the technician here. He's moving really well.
And, oh, come on. He's got some more in him. Come on.
He wants to beat Darren Mailing's mark. That's what he wants.
He's going for 5. Let's go for 5.
Heaves it up to his shoulders. He's got to drive this up here. Nice push press.
Oh, he did it. Look at that.
He's happy.
5 reps. A good job. He's proud of himself. Here's the replay.
Now watch his technique here. Uses his abdomen, pushes the weight up to his shoulders, elbows under his wrist, drives it up. Nice push press. Good lockout. Very strong on the lockout.
Oh, great job. And here's the next contestant, Brad Provic.
Brad reminds me a lot, as I mentioned, of Justin Poulin. Very similar build. Wow, did you see that? He just threw that log up there.
Like it was nothing.
See how long his arms are? Notice how high the log is over his head once he locks out. That tells you how long his arms are.
Is it a little harder to do when your arms are longer?
It is. On these more powerlifting-oriented events, or specifically the pressing-oriented events, longer arms can be a disadvantage depending on your grip width. And he has no control over his grip width here. They're fixed parallel grip handles.
Oh, you see he's got the hat on backwards again. I guess he means business for this one.
Well, it's either that or have the hat clipped off by the log. So notice how long his legs are as well. He's got to pull that log up, but that gives him a shorter back, so he's got a strong lever in his lower back. And that helps him deadlift a lot of weight.
Oh, come on, Brad. You can do it. Good job.
He's doing really well here. Very impressive.
Lift that fridge. Come on, Brad.
Now, the duct tape story is still circulating about Brad Provic, how he sustained a serious... Look at this. Look at this. Watch this here.
Rise it up. Come on. Oh, so close.
And he calls it an event.
He's happy with his 4, though. A good job by Brad.
So he ties Darren Mailing.
And we have Jeffrey Dolan up now.
Jeffrey has a very interesting technique here. He uses what's called a push jerk or a power jerk. He's going to do a double knee bend here. Watch him drive this up and dip under it. There you go.
Nice push jerk there.
He's got to win this event.
Right now he's second to Brad Provic, his training partner, former training partner and good friend. Notice the technique. Very difficult to do a push jerk like this with a log because it's so far in front of your face. Very difficult to balance. It pulls you right forward. Watch this again, Steve. Dip. Double dip.
Oh, what great technique, eh?
He's very quick. Remember, he was a former Saskatchewan, Alberta javelin collegiate champion.
So he comes into this with some experience.
and he's had rotator cuff surgery. He's had to accommodate that. He's doing very well here.
It's amazing you can do this with rotator cuff surgery. Unbelievable.
His conditioning level is very high. Looks like he's resting quite a while between reps. I'm not quite sure what he's planning here, but watch this.
Going for 5.
Drives it up strongly.
Wow, look at that face. He means business, this guy.
And that push jerk technique takes advantage of his leg strength.
Let's go for 6.
Oh, he wants the event.
Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
Look at that.
Wow, this guy is good.
He wants more. He wants more.
Look at this. Look how fast he came back with this one.
Wow.
Unbelievable. 7 reps. Unbelievable.
Well, he's the man.
Jeffrey Dolan. Here's the replay.
Watch the technique here. Pulls it to his hips, to his shoulders, and push jerk. There you go. Locks it out very nicely. Very fast. Jeff, it looks like you really refined your push jerk technique there on the log lift. You think your max log lift had anything to do with this repetition?
Definitely. That's the same technique I use on my max log. Here, I was like trial and error trying to pace myself, and I think I erred in the side of resting too much because I still had some in the tank, as you can see.
Well, it looked like the reps were getting easier and easier there, and especially at the end, you really poured it on and got 2 reps, probably within less than 10 seconds of each other.
Yeah, that was a mistake I made. You want to time it so you have your last bit of energy as time expires. And the frustrating thing is, I probably had 2 more reps in me.
Wow, Jeff Dolan did great in this competition with 7 reps, followed by Cleve, Provic, Melling, SB, and Castonguay.
And after 3 events, we've got the leaders, Jeffrey Dolan, defending champ with 23 points, followed by Brad Provic, Gino Castonguay, Darren Cleve, Ryan Espy, and Darren Mailing.
Stay tuned. The Battle of the West continues after this here on TSN.
Competing at the Worlds last year definitely changes my position as an athlete. Usually I'm chasing down the pack or sort of as an underdog, and now I'm the one that everyone's chasing down because they see me on TV as the world's strongest man. But being there definitely helped my experience levels for sure, but it guarantees me nothing. These guys are very strong, very hungry, and it's going to be a tough fight for sure.
And Jeff knows everybody's after him. We're ready for event number 4, the deadlift.
The max deadlift here. Strength purists are going to love this event. This is a test of total body strength and just brute power.
And we have our first contestant. We got Darren Cleve up.
298 kilograms total weight, including the bar. Look at that.
Good job by Darren Cleve. That was pretty easy for him.
655 pounds.
And here comes Travis Bloomer.
Now, Travis is strapping to the bar. That is allowed here in strength athletics. Now, his technique is not good. He's bent way over, and he's got his knees buckling.
Not pleased about that one, looking up at the sky.
But he made it to 655. Now, watch Gino Castonguay. He's got a powerlifting super suit on. The weight is now 705 in pounds, 320 kilos. He's taking advantage of the strap, taking an alternate grip.
He's got a longer way to lift it.
He does, definitely. He's got to lock it out here.
Oh, what effort. Wow. Oh, great effort by Gino. And our next contestant, Darren Mailing, trying to lift 320 kilos.
That's, again, 705 pounds. That's heavier than the rear end of most automobiles, and they've got to pull it a farther distance as well.
Wow. He's taking some time to get his hands just right.
Remember, he only has 30 seconds in which to begin and complete this lift. Now watch the technique here. He rolls it into his shins. Beautiful, compact, easy lift.
Wow, that was easy for him. Here's the replay.
Watch this, rolling it into his shins. Initial pull, look at that. I mean, that is such a conservative technique, beautiful technique, and he lets it go, which we allow here. I gotta ask you one question. Where the heck did you come from?
Strategy works. From Winnipeg, Manitoba here.
At 330-pound body weight and being so thick and muscular, honestly, you made that 705 deadlift look like mincemeat.
That was the plan. I just wanted to warm up at the opening weight, which we had to do, and then just save energy for the heavier lifts. Seems to be working good, so.
I'm not even going to ask you what your max is. I think we're going to wait and see.
Problem is, I don't know either, so everybody's going to find out at the same time as I will.
And we'll see plenty more of Mailing. And here comes Brad Provic, 330-kilo attempt.
Brad Provic, a veteran of Western Canada's strongest man. He's made incredible improvements in the last couple of years. He is one of the strongest men in Canada.
And here's Brad Provic. He's all set to go.
Taking an alternate strapped-in grip. Look at that technique.
Wow, that was easy.
Beautiful, easy lift.
Good job, Brad.
Brad, you made mincemeat out of that 725. How much more do you think you have in you?
Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It feels good. It's a good day, but I wanted more. I thought that I could jump higher, but apparently I had to take this. And so whatever, it's all good. I'm going to do the next weight and the weight after that, and I'm just going to keep going until it's all done. So we'll see.
And here's Big Jeff Dolan. 343 kilo effort.
Wow, this is an incredible amount of weight. He's also strapping in now. Jeff's best deadlift personal record is about 780. And so we're getting really close to that now.
Wow. Oh, look at that effort. Hasn't started yet, and he's already grunting.
Wow. Look at that.
That face turns beet red, and look at the effort. Good job, Jeff.
Well, I'm really impressed here. Let me tell you, Steve, we're seeing some incredible technique and huge weights.
Darren Mailing, a 365 kilo effort. That's a lot of weight.
365. This is a world-class deadlift poundage.
Oh, I'm excited for this attempt.
The actual weight of the bar and plates is 805 pounds.
Unbelievable. Can't believe that.
And this is the fourth event. Now, these guys are strapping in because they've done the Hercules hold. We don't want this to be a test of grip because their grips are shot at this point.
That's great. Here we go.
If he gets this, I'll tell you, I'm thoroughly impressed.
The fans are pulling for him. Here it is.
My goodness.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That was incredible. Nothing short of incredible.
He is excited. He's riling up the fans.
805. Darren, I'm speechless. You handled that 805. It looks like you've got more gas in the tank. What other surprises do you have for us today?
I'm going to try a backflip. I've been watching my wife trying to learn for the past year. Her spotter's here too, so.
Seriously now, we've got Brad Provic and Jeff Dolan about to attempt this weight. What's your prediction for the outcome of this event?
May the best man win.
And here's Jeff trying to be that best man. Jeff Dolan attempting 365 kilos.
The same weight, 805 pounds. This would be a new PR for Jeff Dolan. He's going to strap in. He's a very, very strong deadlifter. It comes from the strength of his hips, his quads, and his lower back.
I'm betting he can do it.
He's a tremendously explosive athlete. Once again, this is a world-class deadlift.
Don't try this at home, folks.
He's opted for a pronated grip. It's an over grip. Now, he only has 30 seconds here. He's got to get strapped in and start pulling as quickly as he can. He's going to lose out on the time. If the time expires, he's lost the lift.
I think he's ready to go. Here we go. He's got 20 seconds. He's giving the warning.
This is incredible what we're about to witness here.
Come on, Jeff. Let's go, Jeff. The fans are behind him.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that strength. Oh, he just couldn't do it.
Just cracked the plates off the ground. Kept good technique. Flat back.
Gave it his all. And here's Brad Provic. He's trying the same 365 kilo weight.
805 once again. 3 men attempting 805 in the same contest.
He's looking
Look
for
at that.
inspiration.
No straps, under grip.
Oh, my.
Look at that.
What a great lift. Oh, wow.
Well, I can die happy.
Here's the replay.
Watch this here technique. Look at that. Using it very, very strong back, keeping it moving, conservative against the thighs, and locking it out for a good lift. Brad, you're the second man to deadlift 805 here at the contest today. How does that feel, and what do you predict?
Woo! More carnage coming up!
So Mailing wins the deadlift with 365 and less attempts than Provic, followed by Dolan, Castonguay, Cleveland, Bloomer.
And after 4 events, Jeff Dolan is still in the lead, but only by half a point, followed by his buddy Brad Provic, Gino Castonguay, Darren Mailing, Darren Cleve, and Ryan Espy.
And we'll be back with event number 5 in the Canadian Strength Athlete Series here on TSN.
Hi, my name is Darren Mailing. I'm 28 from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And boys, I'm coming for you.
Glad he's not coming after me. We're ready for event number 5. And event number 5 is the Super Yoke.
Another classic strongman event. This is a Super Yoke Eliminator. What we're going to see is the men balancing this bar on their shoulders with an extremely heavy, ponderous weight. Now, all these guys have tried 710, 810. We're at 910 pounds, 15 meters. They're allowed to drop the weight once, twice alone. 1 drop is allowed before the start line. 2 drops are allowed until the end of the finish line. 15 meters, and I believe they've got an unlimited time here as long as they don't drop it.
What a great strength, a test of strength and endurance.
I've been really impressed with Gino here. He's long and lean, but that can be an advantage in certain events, like Atlas Stones, certain leveraged events.
There's 1 drop. He's recouping.
Now remember, this is 910 pounds, nearly half a ton.
Oh, wow.
Difficulty here is not just holding it, but those weights oscillate. They swing like pendula.
So you've got to hold it and try to hold it steady.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this works core big time. And the taller you are, the harder it is.
Come on, Gino.
This event.
Come on, Gino.
His height is, oh, that's
Another
it
drop.
for Gino.
That's
2
it for
drops.
Gino. 8.7 meters, pretty good.
Very respectable with 910.
And here's our next contestant, Brad Provic.
Now, the taller the athlete, the more that's going to amplify the oscillation here.
He's a half point behind. He's got it up. He's moving.
Ooh, 1 drop already, but doesn't count. It is behind the start line.
Oh, so he's
that
still
drop
got
does
2.
not count. That's right.
Okay.
He's got his heart set on becoming Western Canada's strongest man.
He's
1
struggling.
drop.
He's struggling.
Now let's hear it for the bus. Okay, come on.
This is an extremely difficult event. They're all difficult, but this one here, balancing it, it's a true test of total body strength and control.
Oh, he's struggling. He's working. Look at that face.
The shorter, stockier athlete.
He's going now. He seems to have gotten it. That was pretty good, though. 4.7 meters after that start.
I mean, even to get 4.7 meters with that kind of weight on your back is incredible.
And here's Darren Mailing getting all set to go. Sam, I can't believe it. This guy came from nowhere.
Basically, that's true. He came out of nowhere. These men obviously exist. This is the best competition I've ever seen in Western Canada. The competition keeps getting better and better. Look at him here struggling. He's really focused. He's a bit shorter than Provic and Castonguay. That's going to work to his advantage here. Look at the mass of his calves. That's really going to help him here control this ponderous, oscillating weight.
He's doing it well. He's doing amazing. Wow, look at that effort.
1 put down.
Okay, he's still got another one. He's regrouping, getting his breath.
He's doing the right thing here.
Here he goes. Come on, Darren. See the fans applauding him on.
Look how thick that bar is. Oh, that's it.
That's it, 7.35 meters.
See,
Great.
that's part of the problem here. You stumble with it, you lose control. It's not going to fall over because of the safeties, but
Darren Cleve up next.
you can really lose control of this thing.
It's swaying a little bit on Darren, eh?
Look at him, he's moving really well.
Maybe because he's running so fast.
He's
Look
got
at
large hip joints, larger abdomen like Vasily Alexiev, the old Soviet weightlifter.
this. Unbelievable. That's faster than I move without weights. Look at this. Oh,
That's
wow.
amazing. Wow.
Unbelievable.
He completed the course.
15 meters. He did the whole thing with 1 drop.
Oh, he could.
Here's a replay.
Watch this. Moves very well here. Sure steps. Hardly any oscillation of the Super Yoke. Moving very well. I'm really impressed here with this performance. He could do 100 pounds more.
Well, I'm not the fastest on Super Yoke, but I just try and keep my steps steady and even and keep going. And I wouldn't mind trying 1,010, but maybe next time.
And here's Jeff Dolan.
Jeff Dolan, once again, a veteran Super Yoker. He's moving well. He's very strong on the quads, hips, lower back.
It's a good start for him.
Got the belt on to increase intra-abdominal pressure, take some of the strain off the spine. Now he is oscillating a little bit back and forth laterally.
I guess that takes a little bit of extra effort on his part.
A lot more. Oh!
Well,
He
there's
lost
1
it forward.
drop.
He
Oh, wow.
calf.
Oh, looks like we've got an injury here.
Oh, he could have torn his calf, Steve.
Ooh.
That's bad.
Wow.
That's
That is
really
painful.
bad. He's got 1 put down.
And look at this. He's going to keep trying.
He's
Unbelievable.
continuing.
Wow, that is courage.
Let's hope he's okay. Oh, my goodness. He's got it up again. Oh, he's not okay.
Oh, wow. But amazing effort. That is incredible.
Yeah, but how is this going to bode for his title defense?
Oh, jeez.
They're unwrapping his knee now. They're going to have to take a look at that calf. It is possible he tore the gastroc or the soleus during this event. Oh, gee, now the champ's being carried off. 13.88. Oh, boy. Jeff, you sustained what looked like a calf tear in the super yoke. Can you tell us anything about your injury?
So I was going along and I felt sort of like a double pop in my calf muscle, and I was feeling quite a bit of pain, and I'm like, I was having trouble cramping before, and I thought, well, my calf's cramping. I tried to keep going, then it went pop, pop again, and it made me, the pain made me buckle and drop the weight. And I just saw how close I was to the finish line. I tried to pick it up again, and that wasn't very smart. And I seemed to do more damage to it than probably if I just left well enough alone.
Great effort by Dolan. But Cleve wins the event with 15-meter. And then Dolan, Castonguay, nailing Provic and SB.
And after 5 events, what do we have here but Dolan at 38 points, followed by Brad Provic at 34.5. Castonguay, Cleve, Mailing, SB rounded out. But Dolan is injured. Will he continue?
We'll find out when we come back to the Canadian Strength Athlete Series here on TSN.
Now, the paramedic here is wrapping your calf and your ankle. Then can you tell us what now?
Well, my favorite event's coming up, the medley. I can't disappoint, and besides, I'm in a dogfight for first place with Mr. Provic, and I really don't want to let my title go like this, laying on a stretcher.
And we're back for our final event number 6, the medley.
The medley is a 3-part event consisting of a 315-pound farmer's walk, a 425-pound duck walk, and a 325-pound reverse sled pull.
Okay, we're ready for our first race. We have our first 2 contestants, Castonguay and Cleve are up.
Been impressed with both these men. They're both class acts. Look at the difference in their builds here. Now watch this, 315 pounds each hand-carried suitcase stop for 80 feet.
Wow, look at Castonguay move. He's running with those.
He is moving really well.
Oh.
Wow, look at that. Now remember, they've got to do that duck walk and the sled pull.
Still plenty to go, but he's off to a great start, Castonguay, and Cleve is just pulling up behind.
425 pounds in the duck walk.
Castonguay has a big lead.
Moving very well. Now watch this. It's a reverse sled pull, 325 pounds for 40 feet. He's dropped his belt,
comes off,
and he's run over his belt. Wow, I've never seen that before. What an effort.
Jeez, what a great show by Castonguay.
Here comes Cleve.
He's going to finish. He's determined.
Boy, this takes a lot out of you here. This 3-part event.
That's a tough medley. And Darren Cleve pulls up with 44.6.
Look at the sportsmanship here.
Castonguay, 35.22, great time.
And Gino runs over his belt. Wow.
And here we have the next 2 contestants, Jeffrey Dolan and Brad Provic.
2 good friends competing against each other, challenger and champion.
This should give them some extra motivation.
Look at the calf wrapped up. This is amazing that Dolan can actually compete.
Wow.
I don't believe this. He's got 315 in each hand. That's 630 pounds, plus his body weight on that calf.
What courage he's showing. Unbelievable.
Dolan is lagging a little behind there, Provic, but it's amazing that he can even do this. They're both going for the duck walk now. Here comes Provic.
Provic is moving well.
Ooh, now remember, the 3 finishers, top 3 finishers in this contest get to go to the Canadians in Gatineau. They get to go to the Nationals. And from there, it's World's Strongest Man.
That's incentive for you. And Jeff Dolan looks like he's struggling.
Dolan's got it.
34.5 seconds for Provic.
Dolan's title is on the line here. He's got to
move. He's got to move.
I mean, every second counts here.
Wow, okay, he's looking at the finish line. Where is it? Where is it, he's saying? Oh, what an effort. 47.44. Tough time. Here's the replay.
Now watch here. It's amazing that Jeff can actually get these off the ground and even walk with them. He's moving very well here, but boy, what a warrior he is, and Provic too. Brad, Jeff is your good friend as well as your direct competition. How did it feel to be competing with him under these circumstances?
I feel really bad that he injured himself, and I was hoping he could pull out a really good performance now, keep his title. It looks like he did, and we're going to go at Canadians together, and hopefully he heals up real fast.
Okay, Jeff, what a tremendous effort there. How did it feel then finishing this last triple medley with a torn calf?
Well, I said if I could pick up the farmer's walk and finish them, I'd be okay. It's the only thing the calf was involved in, really. I picked them up. They felt light, so I was good. I just tried to keep up. I was inspired by watching Brad rip it up, so I got a little adrenaline out of him. It was good to see him do well. Awesome competitor. I just felt happy to be alongside him.
Trovic wins the medley, followed by Castonguay.
And is Dolan's sixth-place finish in this event enough for him to keep his title? And is it enough for him to qualify for the Canadians?
We'll be back with the final standings here on the Canadian Strength Athlete Series on TSN. And there's a future competitor in the strongman competition.
And we have a new Western Canada strongest man in Brad Trovic with 43.5 points. He'll be joined by Jeff Dolan and Gino Castonguay at the Canadians. They're followed by Darren Cleve, Darren Mailing, Ryan Espy,
Travis Gloomer, Scott Cummin, and Rob Commett round out the field. Now let's hear from our three winners who will be going to the Canadian Championships.
I started to train only for those competitions 2 years ago, so it's more than expected for me today, so that feels very good.
I enjoyed competing in the West and winning the Westerns the last couple of years, but if I was ever going to lose to anybody, the only way I could handle is if it was someone like Brad, a good class act guy, and he's very deserving champion and very appropriate someone like him would be named champion of the Western provinces.
Well, I'm happy about winning, I guess, but, to win beating somebody who's injured, Jeff really is, he's top in the world, and he can't really come through an injury like that. But the fact that he finished the medley injured is amazing. But I'll just, he'll heal up, and he'll really hand me my butt in Gatineau, and then we'll see who the real man is, I guess.
For Sam Dubé, I'm Steve Besner. Thank you for watching the North American Bandline Canadian Strength Athlete Series. Join us again next time here on TSN. It's the North American Bandline Canadian Strength Athlete Series here on TSN. Hi, everyone, from Montjoly, Quebec. I'm Steve Besner, and alongside me with his expert commentary is Super Sam Dubé.
Great to be here today with you in scenic Montjoly, Quebec, Steve. Today we've got the 12 top strength athletes in La Belle Province, all vying for the title of Quebec's strongest man. The top 4 finishers here will qualify for Canada's strongest man.
Let's start with the lineup. We start with Yvon Longpre.
He is the oldest gentleman in the competition, and he's a coach to one other athlete.
Martin Primo's next.
Here is that athlete. Martin Primo is totally new to the sport of strongman. Let's see how he does.
And here's screaming Stéphane Boucher.
Stéphane Boucher is the champion of Macamic. He is, in fact, one of the lightest athletes here, but very explosive.
Next up, Marc-André Goyette.
Marc-André Goyette is new to the scene here in Quebec, qualified after a very hard-fought preliminary.
Also in the lineup, Dominique Bérubé.
Dominic is a veteran strongman competitor. He has some experience in other forms of lifting. Watch out for this guy here. He's an unknown.
Another competitor, Yves Baudouin.
Yves Baudouin is also relatively new to the scene. This man puts in 100%.
And we have Frankie Bono.
Frankie Bono, the Bulldog Bono, is always near the top in Canada in strength athletics. This guy is incredible.
Tough Christian Savoie.
He's a champion of wheelbarrow. He's probably the strongest butcher in the world.
And strongman Steve Bourgeois.
Steve the Model Bourgeois, one of my favorites. He's a real technician. He lost out narrowly last year. He's here to take the title.
Up next, Yannick Normandin.
Two-time Canadian powerlifting champion. This guy is a force to be reckoned with, especially in the power events.
Here's Dominique Filiou.
The largest professional strength athlete in the world, about 6'6", 430 pounds. He is the reigning and defending Quebec's strongest man.
And rounding out the field, Jessin Paulin.
4 times Quebec's strongest man, lost his title last year. This guy is back, and he wants his crown.
And there's the master, the head honcho, the referee, Marc Lauzon. We're ready. The crowd is ready. Are the athletes ready?
The only message I have is for Hugo. You go watch out at the Canadians. I'm coming to get you. First is the Quebec's strongest man, and then I'm gonna take over you.
The message I have for the other competitors is gonna try my best, so watch out.
My predator, bang! I'm Steve the Model Bourgeois. Stay tuned. The battle begins after the break on TSN.
You heard him. Don't touch that dial.
Is your Toronto Raptors all season long. It's President's Choice Raptors Basketball on TSN. Log on to NBA.com/Canada for your customizable NBA TV schedule.
I'm Steve the Model Bourgeois, and look out, it's been close the last 2 years. I'm coming to get you this year, guys.
And we'll see how close it is this year, beginning with event number 1, the Atlas Stones.
The Atlas Stones, also known as the McGlashan Stones, classic test of strength and strongman competition. The stones range in weight from 242 to 386. They have to deposit these perfectly spherical objects on the platforms.
And here we have first contestant Steve Bourgeois.
Steve, the Model Bourgeois, veteran of the Stones. 242 goes up like a basketball.
That was easy for him.
Up next, 264. He's going for 308 right now. They have to grab these perfectly round spheres.
Those weights are increasing with every one, but he's finding an easy time with them.
Squeeze them to their chest and extend the body up to place the rock on the platform. He did those 4 stones so easily.
Look at that.
This is the monumental stone. The obelisk, 386 pounds. There's only a handful of men in the world that can lift this stone, Steve.
Wow, taking a big break before this one. He's got some time, though.
Now, Steve's done this stone in training, but he has since herniated 2 discs in his back, had surgery to repair them.
Wow, look at this.
And this is his big comeback this
year. Look at that effort. He's giving it everything he had. Not yet. I guess that's it. But 17.53 seconds for 4 stones.
That's a fantastic time for Steve the Model Bourgeois.
Oh, there's a man with an attitude. Yannick Normandin.
Yannick is a 2-time Canadian super heavyweight powerlifting champion. He's in his hometown of Montjoly. Incredibly strong, especially in the legs and lower back.
He tossed that first one up there.
And he's no slouch in the upper body department either. They have to actually crush the stone to their chest. Longer arms and legs are a benefit here, as well as a very strong back. Watch how he has to pull it to his chest and extend up to deposit the stone on the platforms.
Had a little bit of trouble with that 4th one, but he got it up there pretty good.
Now he's pulling the tacky, the extra tacky. It's a combination of rosin and turpentine, putting that on his forearms, and he's trying to grasp that near 400-pound spherical rock.
Wow. And he could 18.50 seconds for 4 stones.
Excellent time. Not quite as good as the model, but excellent nonetheless.
And there's Dominique Filiu.
Look at the sheer mass of the Canadian Colossus, Dominique Filiu.
Oh, what a man this guy is.
Watch how he manhandles these stones. I mean, this is unbelievable.
He almost threw it over the
He could have slam dunked that first stone. 3rd stone, 308 pounds.
He's running through this.
Still using only 1 motion. He's not doing the 2-part lift. Again, 1 motion. 4th stone. Unbelievable strength this man possesses.
Wow, he's not taking any time for this one.
He's got the 5th one up.
For the 5th, almost.
5th one up.
Oh, so close.
Just needs to extend up a little bit more. If he just unbent his legs a little more, he would have had it. At his height is 6'6", those platforms are not that tall.
Come on, you can get it. Come on.
The crowd really wants to see that 5th stone go up, and Dominic should really be the first man to do it here.
He's looking at that stone. He's thinking.
Remember, they only have 75 seconds to complete all 5 stones.
Time is running out.
The game here is mental for Dominic Filiu. He really needs to crush.
Come on, give it the straight. Come on, Dominic.
Stand up.
You can do it. Look out. He's there. Oh, so close.
Literally 1 inch, and he would have had that.
Unbelievable. He was right there.
He's very disappointed. You can see
4 stones, 15.22 seconds. Here's the replay.
Take a look at this here. On his 2nd attempt to get that stone up, he lifts. He just needs to balance it on the edge a little more. Another inch might have done it had he pushed forward with his torso. Dominic, you were chasing that 5th stone for so long, and it looked like you had it. What happened?
I went too fast, and I should have taken longer to make sure I put it on the stand.
Are you disappointed with your performance here?
I'm very disappointed. I missed the 5th stone. The 5th stone, I was sure I was going to do it.